Welcome to this Zentangle Quickie. My name is Heather Hartwick Gladden. I'm a Certified Zentangle Teacher, and today we're going to take a look at the tangle Crusade from CZT Wayne Harlow. I am looking at that. Did I misspell that? C-R-U? No? I'm having one of those moments. You ever have one of those moments where you look at a word too long or something, and you're like, that can't be how it's spelled, but it is. But why does it look weird? I don't know. Ugh, drives me nuts. All right, what a neat tangle this is. It's been around for a while. I've seen it for a while, and I'm like, oh, we have not done this. We shall do it. All right, and it was our feature today on Tough Tangle Tuesday. Tough Tangle Tuesday is a free class that I do on the third Tuesday of the month. And it's basically, we take a look at tangles that are tough air quotes, in a number of ways. It could be that there's just a lot of steps. Could be takes a heck of a lot of concentration. Could be that it's just hard, because there are some that are just like that. So I reserve sharing those. I save them up. I have a list to share on the third Tuesday of the month for Tough Tangle Tuesday. And we have a ball with them. Sometimes it's one of those, I don't know. It's just, you know what? You have to experience it. Come and join us, again, third Tuesday of the month. Information is on my website, and there are several places where I post classes, including Facebook. Go to the description section, go underneath the links to the step outs and find my link tree. You will find all of the information there. And if you don't, my contact information is there as well. All right, so let's dig in. So this is a grid. Oh, I should get another towel ready. This is a grid pattern. So what we're going to do, it's a grid pattern. It's also a great fragment. So I'm trying to make a border here on this. So this will represent the fragment, which will be one box in your greater grid. Okay, so it starts off with a diagonal line. Of course, you pick which direction, right? Then on either side of this line, we're going to put another line straight. Now, this is where I have run into some, well, I say challenge. I'm just going to eyeball. You could eyeball, maybe put a light dot if you wanted to. It seems like you want to have it kind of centered here. And, the size of it it's up to you. We saw a lot of neat things today. Having them similar distance to that line it's not important either. So, however it works, it is rather forgiving, I will tell you that. But we had a lot of fun with this, and notating notating or noting, either way, the differences in the component size. And it, like I said, it was really, really interesting. The results were interesting. Okay. Straight line from I'm calling it the empty corner, right down to that. And of course, you can make these longer if you need to. Of course, it's up to you. The ends of these, though, we're going to bring those up as well to the sides of your grid box. And this is this turns out really, really neat, just stopping here. But our next step is from those lines in, step 2, we're going to take from this corner and make a diagonal line. And then, from all of those corners out like that. And like that. That's it. So, to do it in a grid pattern, what's neat about it, because it's a fragment, And the samples that I'm going to show you in a minute, I did it both ways. I did it all in one direction. Let's see. Well, yeah, I guess there's only you all in one direction, or you can flip it around. So let me show you how to make, with the impressive part, and that will be, we will be flipping it. So the thing to look at, number one, you don't have to, whoops, whoa, I bumped my table and everything just started shaking. Let me show you the one sample right now. Well, I'll show you both of them. Okay, so this was our morning session, and you see these neat like crosses and things like that. It has a really neat pattern. If you do it all in the same direction, it still has a neat pattern. It's just different. So in order to have this show up, now it depends also on what do you want. It's something to think about. You also don't have to think about it if you don't want to. If you just want to lay caution to the wind and just go, do it, because that's fun, and then see what happens. That really embodies kind of the idea of Zentangle, just to do and see what happens and be surprised by the results. But if you really think, oh, I really like that part, and I'd really like that to be my center, then here's what you would need to do. So we'll pretend that this is the center of your larger grid. And you essentially need to, let's see, how do I want to word this? Okay, it's going to be in this direction, is going to be here and here. So really what you need to do is you start, this is one of the things as I was playing with this, maybe setting forth that first step will be helpful, because this one, it can get eyeball confusing as you're doing it, and especially if you're doing it, I got more eyeball confused doing it this way than doing them all in the same direction. This one I was aiming for wonky, and I came close. So all right, so this one, in your you picture a four square, you basically want a big X through the 4 square. All right, and then we will just continue. So doing it the same direction that I did this, like I said, we have our 2 little lines. And then having that line coming from the open corner, and then continuing with the other lines on either side of that. And then bringing that out. It's kind of like you're auraing the corners, sort of, with this one. Okay, and then we just, it might help to do it diagonal. It's up to you, of course. That's what I'm going to do. And like I said, it is rather forgiving. So if something is not, exactly right, don't worry about it. Just keep going. Because in the end, generally, it just doesn't matter, as we like to say. What's neat about this one, too, is once you get the fragment down, I don't have to go back and look at the step outs. A lot of them, you feel like you have to go back and look. And it's like, wait a minute, what am I doing next again? This one, not so much, because the steps are not, like I said, they're not that hard. And let's see if I can get this. Okay, here and here. Now, when it comes to working with an adjacent filled in box, you just have to be a little careful. Now, this first one is not going to be hard, because hopefully, I say hopefully because I have missed a corner before and just been off a little bit. And then it doesn't have to matter at the same time. All right, but here, so we're going to line this up with that. And this one on the other side is not going to matter. This one, and you could come from this line and go out. That might make it, might be a little safer. All right, then last one here. And you're saying, and if you're tangling along, you can say, there's a point where it's like, wait a minute, which direction am I doing this again? Having this line here does help, because if you, on this one, I think I did the center this way, and then the other ones I didn't. So I really experienced, I'm like, wait a minute, now what direction am I going? Because as you finish each box, you have to take a close look at, wait, where am I at? Now you could do each step individually. So like you could do this in each box, and then come back and do those lines in each box. Up to you. For me, it depends on the tangle. Sometimes I like to do that. Sometimes it's just, it just doesn't want to work that way. Okay, and then here, like I'm going to come from here down. There we go. That helps a lot. Because here too, like if you, I missed. Oh, okay, so then you just bring it out. Not a big deal. I am going to do one and leave off this last step because I think that looks so neat, that the arrows. And there we have it. So like I said, this one is just a matter of kind of the focus part, which is, it's fun. It definitely looks more impressive than it is difficult. And those kind of tangles are always so much fun. All right, now let's play with, there's so many ways that you could shade this. Oh, and like I said, we had so much fun. I'm going to try something completely different. It might be inspired by some of the things that I saw today. And just kind of look at it and see, how is it speaking to you, I guess. And here, what I'm wanting to emphasize, I want to try something different, like I said. And think also, you can use the pencil for shading. You can use lines for shading. Stippling, which is the dots, and lines meaning hatch marks. Okay. This was what first popped into my head, so I'm just gonna do it. Let's see if I can. Let's see if I can do this. In the end, is it gonna matter? No. I wanted to kind of bend them a little bit to line up. Maybe I can do it with this. Let's see. We'll try it this way. Let's see if I can. Yeah, there we go. Slowly turning the lines. All right, we're going to do that all the way around. And either way, I was thinking about this, and then I thought, well, now wait. What if I just do some shading in there? I don't know. But you can really play with it and create some interesting depth with it. Just depending on how you shade. Think about if you've done the Tangle Cubine. Let's see, was there one that we did that was similar to that recently, I think? And Tangles like Cubine. And if you're not familiar, if you go click on my picture or on my name below the video here, and then just search Cubine. And I know, because I know I have a video on it, and you'll see what I mean. And it's like a cube, and it's a box, but it has such depth because we have this little little darkened in box in the one corner, and it just looks like you're looking down a hole. And see what that did. This just, I think, anyway, at least the way I'm looking at it, it created that kind of depth here. Yeah, it's just interesting. All right, so that's one step. Then it's like, and now I don't know which way to go from here. You know what? I'm gonna do something. Say so if Mom watches it, I'm gonna listen to you this time, Mom. she suggested just shading every other one. Wait, is that what I did? No, wait. Oh no, it was every other one, but it was in this bigger one, and she was suggesting something different, and I had this idea in my head, and I went with it. Now this, I'm not filling it in all the way because I'm going to come back with the Tortillion, which is always eluding me. I don't know why it does that. I have a green one here. Okay, here's another. Okay, I'll find the one that I was looking for as soon as I start using this one. It had a nice tip to it. Huh, okay. Oh, no. It's so dark because I've been using it. I barely recognized it. And thinking about that, let's do this. Let's see what's left on it here. Because I was going to do the opposites of these as well. I didn't want to have, not that I have graphite remorse because you're filling in, but you don't necessarily want it darker than you're planning, at least at first. Now the trick also is to work to not get the graphite outside of the little lines of this section. So that way we get this neat effect that you can see is happening. It's also nice you get, like I said, you just scribble a little bit of graphite on there, and then the Tortillion just smooths it out so nicely. Now, the thing to do with these guys out here. Not sure, but something must be done with them. Could just fill them in. You know what? Could do more lines and just go with that. Oh, which way shall we go? This way or that way? Well, if we go... Oh, is that going to be confusing? Let's think about it for a minute. This is what my brain goes, okay, let's contemplate. If I put the straight lines there, I could end up doing it both directions, because I can either hide this, let's go with that first. And it's one of those things where if you do it, and if you don't like it, there's always, oh, you know what? I'm going to do, I should have done the other half. Oh, it's okay. We'll just go with that. And I can go do the other half in a minute. Because, in the end, if you don't like whatever you do, it's like this would be step one. Then I could do it, like I said, both directions. And then if I still don't like it, just fill the whole thing in with the black ink. Only you know. You don't have to tell your secrets. Another thing we talked about doing, because this could, looking at this, just the way it is, could look like stained glass. And you could just have fun coloring in all of the different sections, however you want. Oh, I kind of like it half and half like that. I'm leaving it. That is rather neat. But I do think it needs to have... Let's put a little... Oh, wait, do I want to or not? Because I haven't put anything around... Here's what I'm thinking on these sides. Let me just look at it. Oh, just talk amongst yourselves while I'm contemplating. Someday I'll have to do a live, and that way then you could comment and I could read them, and maybe I'll have to do a challenge sometime, or Something like that. Could be fun. Because I like the idea of this looking like it's a high wall type of thing. Or it's higher than, this is lower. So I'm just going to go with it. Let's just put graphite on either side here. Not on that tip quite yet. Yes. Yeah, I'm just going to do that so far. Because these, I see, this is kind of tucking underneath this. So I don't necessarily want to put it on the outside. That's my rationale. And what is so, wow, how many times can I say what's so fun? Another thing that you can play with, I mean, there's always so many different ways that you can do something. And so why not try what goes in, what happens in your brain, right? Oh, I like that. That really helped. I am so tempted to do that, but I think I'm going to leave it. I kind of like it. And we'll leave, I don't know, I might shade this. Oh, heck, why not? Let's see. So we do it this direction, and we'll kind of, do like the every other one. Just because. All right, now I need to put some on. All right, well, as I'm doing this, if you are enjoying it, and I hope you are, just realize an issue, but that's okay. I just make it up as I go. Skip, then, no, it'll work out. Okay. It'll work out sort of, in my mind anyway. If you're enjoying this, and I hope you are, please click on the like button. And if you liked it enough to see more, would love to have you be a subscriber to the channel. I think I'm going to do something to darken some of, the where it goes under, though. I've already mentioned the description section, and you'll find everything there, except for one thing that I do like to highlight. If, come and join us for classes, especially the free ones. I do have ones that have a fee. I'm going to use a little darker graphite. Let's, well, yeah, see, this is going to go, I'm going to go with the whole, this is tucked under here. So let's do that. So back to what I was saying. I want to highlight our Tangle Addicts community. So if you, come and join us for classes, of course. But if you'd like to belong to a community, we have a super active, super supportive community. And, you can come and join us. I just like to let you know that there are 4 questions that you have to answer in order to gain entry. I always like to make sure that everybody knows that. Okay, and then this is going under there. So I'll try to put that on the outside. We'll see. I might just be making a right mess of this. No, just kidding. There's no such thing as a mistake in Zentangle. And if I don't like it, I can just fill this whole thing in with this darker graphite. Yeah, that's interesting, isn't it? And then really, looking at the bigger, let's see. I think this would actually end up tucking in as well. All right, so yes. So let's just tuck that underneath the border. Okay, so yeah, so like I said, come and join us for classes. Come and join us on Facebook for some good Zentangle conversation, support, all of that kind of thing. All right, this needs to be brought in a little bit. more. Ah. Yeah, that's not going to work. Never mind. It is interesting. It's very sketchy looking. Sketchy in a good way. Okay, there we have it. Okay, very good. All right, I've mentioned everything that I want to mention, at least that I can think of. If you are and I shared this. I always put these all together. Shared this. If you would like to join us for this kind of fun, please do. Like I said, Tough Tangle Tuesday is one of the free classes that I offer. The other one is Tangle Time, which is on Thursdays, generally. Every once in a while I might have a schedule issue, but come and join us. And it's all on how you want to play with it, as you can see. Up to you. We don't dictate what. The only thing that gets sort of, and I say sort of because, you know, we have some that's like, I'm just going to do something else. And they do. And it doesn't matter. It's all fine. But and that really, honestly, only every once in a great while. And some of it is just a joke. But, I forgot what I was going to say. Come and join us. The bottom line, just come and join us for this kind of fun. It really stretches the creative juices, and it's if I do say so myself, it's a hoot. All right. So with that, thank you so much for watching, and I wish you happy tangling.